So over the past few weeks, we've been really engaged with the Gospel of Mark. And one of the things that Mark's Gospel does so well for us is that he uses miracles to illustrate the work that God is doing in the world. I love miracles. I love the idea of miracles. But if I'm really 100% honest with you, there are times in my adult self when I'm skeptical of miracles, especially of the healing variety, like we hear in today's gospel. I don't know. Maybe my mind gets in the way of my heart. Maybe I'm just actually deep down inside a born skeptic. I don't know. But there is a piece of me that wonders, why a miracle? Do they really exist? I struggle with this. But do you know who often reminds me to pay attention to the miracles in our life? The preschoolers. I was telling a story to preschool chapel not too long ago, and it was a story of healing, just like you heard today. And right in the middle of the story, right after Jesus heals the person in this particular story, one of the more verbose 4-year-olds says, "It's a miracle!" Now, a smarter man than I would have just ended it right there and let that be the preschool chapel. But it was a powerful reminder of what I am called to be. To have an open mind and an open heart to the miracles that happen in all of our lives every single day. Some of them are huge. Some of them are us receiving our sight, huge. Some of them are just seeing things in a new way, huge. But regardless of the parameters of the miracle that happens, they're still miracles. And part of our job as faithful people is to celebrate the miracle of life together. I love this story today because it's about blind Bartimaeus, son of Timaeus. It's significant that the gospel writer gives his name and who his daddy was. In Mississippi, we'd have said, we know who his people are. Bartimaeus, which literally means son of Timaeus, who is the son of Timaeus. So Timaeus must have been a very important dude in that culture. And Bartimaeus was his blind beggar son. Now another writer, Plato, we've heard of him, had a Timaeus in his writing that spoke these words: "The beginning of wisdom is seeing." So today we get this son of Timaeus who reminds us of the miracle of having eyes wide open in a world of faith. And I love this story because Jesus and his disciples are in Jericho and they're heading out of town on that famous road to Jericho when Bartimaeus hears them coming and is told that it's Jesus of Nazareth. And he cries out with a loud voice, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And the crowd tells him, "Pipe down, Bart. Chill out." So he just gets louder. "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." And Jesus stops and stands still and says, "Bring him to me." And then the crowd, of course, changes its tune. They say to him, "Take heart, he is calling you." I love that phrase, take heart. The phrase itself means literally, have courage. In fact, if you look up the beginning of the word courage, it means to have our hearts fully shown, to be wholehearted. So the crowd then becomes an agent of change for him and says, have courage. He's calling you. And he's called before Jesus, and Jesus asks him a very important question. What do you want? What is your heart's desire? Have courage. He's calling you. The answer for Bartimaeus is simple. Lord, to regain my sight, to see again. If the beginning of wisdom is seeing, then the beginning of our wholehearted life is to open our eyes to God at work in the world about us. To open our eyes and to see the miracles that happen on a daily basis in our life. The kindness of strangers, the profound and deep love of our friends and family, the people that reach out to us in care and concern and say, have courage, even in the face of adversity. I think all of us are being called to live more fully into the miracle of life. We're being called by God to have courage and to show forth our whole hearts in this world, bringing sight to the blind and curing our own spiritual blindness, allowing our hearts and minds to be open to what God is doing and can do in our lives together. I'm convinced that the story of the healing of the blind beggar on the side of the road in Jericho is a wonderful image for all of us. It's an image where we can hear Jesus coming and we call out with our very being, God, have mercy on us so that we may receive our sight again. So that we, like that child, can see things that God is doing and say, it's a miracle. This life that we're given, these breath that we take together, this calling to be faithful in this community. Now, the powerful thing is that as we live more into our courage, our wholeheartedness, and our celebration of God's miracles in our midst, we will change the world, one blind beggar at a time. Amen.